Walmart expands in Canada. Instacart and DoorDash are going head-to-head with Super Bowl commercials, and tater tots, that's tots with a Z, make their return to C-store chain Sheetz. Welcome to Retail Daily, your quick look at the top news from Supermarket News and CSP Daily News. I'm Supermarket News editor Tim Inkelbarger.
And I'm CSP editor Chuck Yulee.
Walmart Canada has big plans for expansion. The retailer announced a record $4.51 billion investment to grow its Canadian presence. The money will fund several new supercenters, a high-tech distribution center, and more. The company currently operates about 400 stores in Canada.
Fuel and energy supplier Vexil Energy, in partnership with investment management firm 68 Ventures, will begin opening convenience stores on the Gulf Coast in Alabama by the fall of 2025. They did not indicate how many stores the partnership plans to open, but they will offer the Extra Mile Convenience Stores brand and feature full-scale made-to-order kitchens.
Specialty grocer Sprouts Farmers Market has big plans for Florida. The Phoenix-based retailer said this week that it intends to open 7 new stores in the state this year, with first slated to debut in St. John's on Friday. That will be followed by additional locations across Orlando, St. Petersburg, and Palm Beach County. The openings, however, were delayed by Hurricane Milton, the grocer said in October during its third quarter earnings announcement.
In response to growing demand, Waltham, Massachusetts-based Global Partners has launched electric vehicle charging stations at 2 convenience stores in New Hampshire. 3 EV chargers are now available at the Jiffy Mart on Main Street in Lancaster, and another 3 are at the Alltown Market on Grove Street in Peterborough, the company said. These additions represent the 3rd and 4th company-owned EV fast charging stations, following launches in Worcester, Massachusetts and Fort Edward, New York, the company said.
Super Bowl Sunday is right around the corner, and the supermarket industry is gearing up for the big game on February 9th. Grocers like Aldi and Kroger and tech companies like DoorDash and Instacart are already beginning to announce their plans for game day-related sales and television commercials that are selling for upwards of $8 million apiece. Last-mile delivery service DoorDash is expected to return to TV screens this year with its 4th Super Bowl commercial, according to Adweek.com. Instacart also announced that it will broadcast its first Super Bowl commercial this year with its We're Here campaign, featuring, quote, breakout stars from the most legendary big game ads of years past, unquote, such as Chester Cheetah, the Pillsbury Doughboy, Mr. Clean, and the Kool-Aid Man.
Tater tots are back at Altoona, Pennsylvania-based Sheetz after a 1.5-year absence. In recognition of this return, Sheetz is offering customers $1 off any tater tots purchase for National Tater Tot Day, which is February 2nd, and for the next 5 days ending February 6th. The offer can be found under the Offers tab on the Sheetz app. The offer is valid only once per customer.
Health insurance giant Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield has dropped its coverage for Big Y pharmacies in Connecticut, according to local reports. Neither Big Y nor Anthem could be reached for comment. The report said Anthem made the decision based upon a regular review of cost for its members. The move comes as drugstores around the country have been closing hundreds of locations, and as insurers have been seeking to cut costs, in some cases by dropping popular but expensive drugs, such as GLP-1 treatments for weight loss.
It's barely news that egg prices are rising, and a new report from data analytics firm Numerator reveals that shoppers are noticing. Nearly 3/4, 71%, of shoppers said in a Numerator survey that eggs in their area are somewhat or very expensive, and the pain appears to be felt most in the Midwest, where 39% said they find eggs to be very expensive. The price spike is due largely to the outbreak of avian flu that began in 2022, which has grown to create chaos in the industry. In mid-January, the state of Georgia, the nation's biggest poultry producer, suspended, quote, all poultry activities, unquote, statewide after a poultry virus was discovered in a commercial flock, and more than 20 million chickens were killed in the fourth quarter of 2024 to stop the spread of the virus.
And that'll do it for today's episode of Retail Daily. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and more for your daily dose of retail news. For more on these stories, visit CSP Daily News and supermarketnews.com. I'm Tim Inkelbarger.
And I'm Chuck Yulee. Have a great day.